Praying protection, clear signals. We're here. Here we are. Hello, hello. Hello. Oh, what an exciting day. I got out of the house and then, Lord have mercy, these Twitter people. Phew! We got the UK fighting over tricking and it's crazy. So I just have to whisper words of wisdom. I just did the Beatles song, Let It Be, When I find myself in trouble, Mother Mary comes to say, whatever, whisper words of wisdom, let it be. So that was my ending note. I gotta go. I said I don't like it when the men attack the women at all. So I had to protect that girl. Stand up for her. Over in the UK. All right, here we are. One day my soul just opened right on up. It was beautiful. We're going to jump right in here. When you feel guilty is what we're working on today. The emotion we are working through today is guilt. It is the judgment or belief that there is something wrong about what you have done. A learned behavior, an unmet need for approval. Commentary on guilt. This was by far the most difficult part of this book to write. The manuscript was late, which meant that I had failed to honor my agreement. I felt guilty about that. Each day, I would promise myself to sit down at the computer and knock off another 50 or 60 pages. To my dismay, something more enticing would present itself, making it seemingly impossible to work on the book that day. What enticed me were things like shopping, eating, cleaning out the closet, or watching Oprah. She's been on Oprah many times. They actually had a falling out at one point. I read her book. From Broken Piece from Broken Pieces is what it was called. The book. It was her story and her falling out with Oprah. Because I just love this woman. No matter how hard I tried to resist them, these things always got the best of my attention while the book got very little. I felt guilty about that too. When my editor or agent called, or if either of them would cross my mind, guilt would grip me. I would freeze just long enough to beat myself up for not keeping my agreement, for not doing what I promised myself I would do, for not having more discipline, for being female in America, for using Hellman's instead of Miracle Whip. After a few moments of self-flagellation, I would be so depressed. I needed chocolate to help me feel better. I'd eat the chocolate, knowing it would induce a psychological high that would put me to sleep rather than inspire me to write, which gave me something else to be guilty about. There are two toxic emotions. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Guilt and shame. Shame implies that there is something wrong with me. Guilt implies that there is something wrong with what I've done. If the two were in a race and I had to place a bet on which one would more quickly destroy my life, I would put all of my money on my guilt. I seem to have been able to function within the confines of my perceived ugliness, inadequacy, limitation, and ignorance. I guess because I could show up anywhere dressed nice, smell good, with my mouth shut, and be able to overcome those parts of my humanness. However, when I had convinced myself that I had done the wrong thing, thereby imposing a sense of guilt upon myself, the web became far more complicated than my humanness could handle. Guilt kept me frozen in shame. It catapulted me into suspended animation. The more I fought to break free of its grasp, the tighter the grasp would become. People would call to ask me, "How's the book coming?" As I puttered around the kitchen searching for a new recipe, my children would admonish, "You better go write that book." When I announced I'm not coming to the office today, some wise person would always respond, "Good, you're staying home to write, right?" Knowing full well I was planning to pop some corn and watch General Hospital, sheepishly I would respond, "You know it." In all the hours between Regis and Kathy Lee to the evening news, I would shove popcorn in my mouth in an attempt to rid myself of the guilt of not writing. Hello, hello. I just saw you here. Oh, Lily Star. Here we are. Oh, the beautiful souls uniting. This was my escape and rescue from Twitter right now because they were going crazy in there. They sure are. I just stand up for that girl. And then I said, all right, everybody just stand down. Take a break. Everybody back off. Chill out. Everybody just chill. How many times have you asked yourself, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep doing the same thing over and over? Why can't I stop this or that? Guilt and shame, walking hand in hand through the garden of your life, can create havoc. When you feel bad about yourself and or what you're doing, it can be quite challenging to keep moving or keep doing anything positive. It seems as if you are powerless to change. I just lost my spot. Powerless to stop. You want to, but you cannot. I gotta order that book. My mom's gonna kill me. She's really complaining about me buying books and stuff. Anyway, it's the Brene Brown. I thought it was just me, but it isn't. And she's a shame researcher. She's really amazing. She wrote Rising Strong and Daring Greatly. All of that. They walk hand in hand. Guilt and shame. You want to, but you can't change. You become so preoccupied with trying to figure out why you did what you did that you keep doing it. The law, what you focus upon will grow. Okay? I'm going to say that one more time because I would really love for those people on EEA's last comment that I'll be making for a long time now. That I really pray that what the law states, what you focus upon will grow. When you focus on what is not right or on how what you did is not right, you stay in a state of not rightness. It's called guilt. I've discovered that the only way to break free of the web of guilt is to confess what you've done. Forgive yourself and choose something else. They are going to have to forgive themselves for not even using their words wisely. They are speaking all of this stuff, all this craziness. I can't be a part of that anymore. I can't. I had to leave them off. Part of my EEA family. Confess. Tell somebody that I made a mistake, told a lie, did not do what I said I would do for no reason other than the desire to watch Oprah. You must be out of your mind. I could never do that. The mere suggestion of it not only makes me feel more guilty, it pisses me off. Now I'm guilty and mad. This is called denial. So that's just divine that we're working on denial in the other book. When we fall into denial about feeling guilty, the plot really thickens. In this state of mind, we must find reasons and excuses for the things we have done or have not done. We blame. We become the victim of something or someone that keeps us from doing, or someone that kept us from doing or made us do what we have done or not done. Victims, like most guilty people, are powerless. Those who blame, like most guilty people, I'm going to have to take a copy of this and put it on that Twitter comments. Lord have mercy. Where the heck are we? Victims, like most guilty people, are powerless. Those who blame, like most guilty people, are helpless to choose or change. The plot of guilt has victims and villains wallowing in the mud of powerlessness and helplessness. How is a mere mortal supposed to stand up and move in the face of this dramatic production? It's real simple. Confess to yourself what you've done, forgive yourself, and choose something else. Does this mean I must tell other people? If other people have been harmed or dishonored by what you have done or not done, oh Lord, this is going to resonate fully for old Trumpster. The people you hurt don't forgive you. That's not your issue. But they won't like me anymore. That's not your issue. I need my mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, spouses, friends, children's love. You also need to love yourself enough to own what you have done. But it's hard. Only if you make it hard. Well, how do you make it easy? Just do it. Be like Nike and just do it. Okay, they say. When I could have been writing this book, I chose to watch television or go shopping or give myself a pedicure or bake a cake or do the laundry or make love or play with my makeup. As a result of what I did, this manuscript was turned in 2 months late. Procrastination. My agent and editor were harassed by the copy editor and the sales force. The entire work schedule of many people I don't even know was thrown into chaos. Well, she was shopping and watching Oprah. And I spent several weeks in the grips of guilt and stress, wasting precious time I could have used to complete this project. I forgive myself for behaving in such a thoughtless and unloving manner. See, she had to forgive herself. She didn't even know what she did to cause the ruckus wave through everybody she didn't even know. I ask everyone involved to forgive me also. As of this day, I choose to spend no less than 4 hours a day working on this project until it's complete. I make a covenant with myself and the Holy Spirit to honor this agreement. Good thing we're talking about agreements now too, huh? Because I'm reading the 4 agreements again. If at any time, for any reason, I am unable to keep this agreement, I will offer to myself and all others involved enough love to renegotiate the agreement. Yes, instead of just leading them on and lying, yeah, I'm working on it, while you're shopping, watching General Hospital. Now, doesn't that feel better? It sure does, it says. So if you're doing your journal, your thoughts about shame and guilt today, because you can really just beat yourself up all the time till you make yourself sick, literally. After reading the commentary, you realize what about shame and guilt? The key phrases I want to remember and work with today are blank. So our affirmations for today are: we are always free to choose. Yes, we are. Our choices are always in alignment with the will of the divine, because the divine will give us whatever we want. It's free will. Absolutely. We are free to make our own choices, so we need to stay in the alignment of love for the greater good of all humanity, all life, for everyone to live a life abundantly and healthy. Everybody has the right to all of that. Every single. Peace is our birthright. Happiness is our birthright. If for any reason my choices don't result in joy, our choices don't result in joy, peace, harmony, and balance, we're always free to choose again. Yes. If our choices do not bring forth the best in ourselves and others, we are free to choose again. A defective choice is not a reflection of the truth about us. The truth is, as we see the manifestations of the choices we make, We are always free to choose again and again and again, or we'll keep repeating the same mistakes until we learn our lesson. So it's better to just choose wiser ways. And for this, we are so grateful. And so it is. Blessed be. Hallelujah. Let us remember today that we are always free to choose. We can forgive ourselves and ask for forgiveness. That takes a humble heart. We cannot lose true love. That's good to know, huh? Truth is empowering. We can confess what we've done and renegotiate our agreement. God loves us no matter what we do or do not do. That's a great one. God loves us no matter what. Will God guide us right on the back on the right path? Absolutely. Mine came in the way of prison a few times, let me tell you. I put myself there, but it was God's way of saving me. Absolutely, it was. Evening guilt journal. Today we experience guilt when what? I haven't really had a lot of guilt today. I try not to beat myself up. I just do the best I can, and then I don't have to. If my expectations are low enough and not unbelievable, unrealistic. So we congratulate ourselves for moving beyond guilt regarding a lot of mine came in not being a better mother. It was difficult to overcome this experience because of what? Because of what? Blank. Ooh. Gosh, we got to get back on track in this day. Where the heck did my bookmark go? Well, gosh darn it. Here we go. When you feel lonely, does anybody ever feel lonely? I do. I do a lot. I stay right here in this room most of the time. If I don't venture outside, and then I just go down there and speak a little bit. I'm talking about the RH negative blood factor. My mom looks at me like I'm crazy. It's great. It's great. Talking about the rhesus monkey and how our genes were spliced, and the looks I get are just enough. You don't even have to say words. I can read right through that energy. She thinks I'm insane, but she won't say it. It's all right. They'll wake up. They'll wake up eventually. So day 28 in the love dare. The love dares came after fireproof. Is that right? We did that. Yes. All right. Bear with me. It's been a long day. Love makes sacrifices. Yes, it does. 1 John 3:16 says, He laid down His life for us. We should also lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. It says brothers, but I added sisters. We do it because they tend to leave the women out more. There's lots of women who were left out. Like I've Googled the women of the Bible, and Salome was one of them. They left them out for whatever reason. We were just having that talk on Twitter about the women. We were abused and rejected so much that some of us have a little too much fire in us and we became a little feisty. So we got to protect our women. We are the chosen life givers, is what I said. That chips people up usually. Life can be hard. But what we usually mean is that our life can be hard. We're the first to feel it when we're the ones being mistreated or inconvenienced. We're quick to sulk when we're the ones who feel deprived or unappreciated. When life is difficult for us, we notice. That's exactly what I said is going to happen to Trump. When it hits home, the stuff that the military and stuff is behind. When it hits home, people will wake up. Sometimes it's going to have to hit home really hard for you to wake up and realize what really you're doing. So hello. Welcome. We're talking about love making sacrifices right now. We're in the love dare. We just did about guilt, honoring when we feel guilty. So now we're talking about when life is difficult for us, we notice. But too often, the only way we notice that life is hard for our mate or our children or whatever is when they start complaining about it. Then, instead of genuinely caring or rushing in to help, we might think they just have a bad attitude. The pain and pressure they're under don't register with us nearly the same way as our pain and pressure. Oh, it's your born day. Happy birthday to you. Happy born day to you, Conscious Evolution. I pray that your day is more exciting but not chaotic. Just dance and celebrate it. Your dog is all the company that I would really love to have right now. Oh, I would love to have my dog with me. So I send you birthday blessings and wishes. Happy born day. So, where the heck was I? Start complaining. Then instead of genuinely caring or rushing in to help, we might think they just have a bad attitude. We already read that. The pain and pressure they're under don't register with us nearly the same way as our pain and pressure. When we want to complain, we expect everyone to understand and feel sorry for us. This doesn't happen when love is at work. Love doesn't have to be jarred awake by your mate's obvious signs of distress. Before worries and troubles have begun to bury them, love has already gone into action mode. It sees the weight beginning to pile up and it steps in to help. That's because love unites you to be sensitive to your spouse. Love makes sacrifices. It keeps you so tuned in to what your person needs, no matter who it is. It could be your dog, right? Anything, whoever it is, whatever you're working on. You'll be so tuned into their needs that you often respond without being asked to. And when you don't notice ahead of time and must be told what's happening, love responds to the heart of the problem, quickly and directly. My prime example is you're welcome. Oh, awesome, Dana. Okay, hold on. I'll read that in a second. My example is I used to make my guy coffee. Mind you, it was instant coffee. All you had to do was run the hot water. It was from the well. It wasn't fluoride water, right? It's from the well out in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. I mean, the middle of desert nowhere. So I would make the coffee. So when you come at me, I did that because I love you. It was in service. I was doing it because it's kind. So when you come at me all crazy, like, is there any coffee yet? My first reaction is to put a guard over my mouth because I want to say, do you see any coffee yet? How hard is it to make some coffee? Do you see me cleaning and doing dishes and everything else? So don't expect like that, right? So I have to walk away from the situations like that. I said I do these things. I do your laundry. I do those things. I make your coffee for you. So on the days that I don't have it done, make it yourself. Don't come at me all crazy and then say I'm out of control when you come at me all kinds of crazy. It's our tone. It's the way we deliver things. It's the way, all of that. All of that. All right. All right. All right. When your mate's stress comes out in words of personal accusation, love shows compassion rather than becoming defensive. And see, I get defensive and get a little crazy because I've been verbally abused and stuff so often that I have to Say, Lord, put a guard over my mouth and seal the door to my lips as I walk away, because they don't even know what the hell they're saying. Really. Love can look beyond a complaint and see a hurting person with an unmet need crying out for help. Love will then give strategically to meet that need instead of sitting around upset, that they're not treating you the way you think they should. Let love pick you up out of your self-pity and turn your attention toward discovering and meeting their hidden needs. Yes, it was a wounded little child with that had that ego, and it was just like, I just don't understand why people talk to each other crazy like that. When you would want something, you definitely don't talk like that. That's what Jesus did. He laid down his life for us to show us that we could also lay down our lives for others. 1 John 3:16. We already read that up in the beginning. He taught us that the evidence of love is found in seeing a need in others, then doing all we can to satisfy it. Now, see me not saying something, kept enabling and okaying that behavior. And that is programming from the mother, because if you don't correct that behavior, then they're going to keep doing it. But I had to walk away and come back and approach it at a different angle later when I was not being defensive and offended. I was just like, what? So I was reacting. It was just, and I've grown a lot since then, but still, I would still walk away right now. I can't keep feeding those people in Twitter and all of this insanity. It's crazy out there. It's crazy world. For I was hungry. This is my scripture my Uncle Don read to me. It's Matthew 25:35-36. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to see me. That's the first thing my Uncle Don asked for, a Bible, when he first showed up without even telling anybody. When he came to prison, he was 80 some years old. He asked for a Bible and showed me that scripture and said, here I am, because Jesus told him to be. These are the types of needs you should be looking for in your husband or wife. Is he hungry? Needing you sexually even when you don't feel like it? Is she thirsty? Craving time and attention you seem to be able to give everyone else? Does he feel like a stranger? Insecure in his work, needing home to be a refuge and sanctuary? Is she naked, frightened or ashamed, desperate for warm covering of your loving affirmation? Is he feeling sick, physically tired, and needing you to help guard him from interruptions? Does she feel in prison, fearful and depressed, needing home, some safety and intervention? You could say prison could be like if you're in a controlling relationship and they don't want you to have other friends, and they don't want you to go out, and that's like living in prison. Let me tell you that one. Love is willing to make sacrifices to see that the needs of your spouse are given your very best effort and focus. When your mate is overwhelmed and under the gun, love calls you to set aside what seems so essential in your own life to help rescue them, even if it's merely the gift of a listening ear. Often, all they really need is just to talk their situation out. They need to see it in your two attentive eyes that you truly care about what this is costing them, and you're serious about helping them seek answers. They need you to pray with them about what to do, and then keep following up to see how it's going. The words, how are you doing? How can I help you? Need to stay fresh on our lips. The solutions may be simple and easy for you to handle, or they may be complex and expensive, requiring time, energy, and great effort. Either way, God will give you unique insights into the pressure your person is under and unique abilities to step in and greatly reduce their level of stress. Bear one another's burdens and thereby fulfill the law of Christ. Yes, we're here to help each other, to work better together. Together, that's my bracelet. You know those little rubbery ones? We're the sunshine soldiers. Together, we're better. Yes, we are. Two are better than one. For if one falls, then one can lift the other one up. Jesus willingly took our problems on himself, and he extends us daily grace to empower us to do it for others. When the New Testament believers begin to walk in love, their lives together were marked by sharing and sacrifice. Their heartbeat was to worship the Lord and serve his people. All those who had believed were gathered together and had all things in common. And they began selling their property and possessions and were sharing them with all as anyone might have need. That's Acts 2:44 through 45. As Paul said to one of these churches a later decade, I will most gladly spend and be expended for your souls in 2 Corinthians 12 and 15. Lives that have been raised from the death by Jesus' great sacrifice should be ready and willing to make small daily sacrifices for those within our reach and in need of our love and healing. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Happy grand rising born day. So today's dare says, what is one of the greatest needs in your spouse's life right now? Is there a need you could lift from, or your person, whoever it is you're working with? Is there a need you could lift from their shoulders today by a daring act of sacrifice on your part? Whether the need is big or small, purpose to do what you can to meet the need. Propose, not purpose. How much? Now check here when you've completed today's dare. In the beginning, this was a dare. So many people didn't follow through and get all the messages. How much of your mate's stress or your person is caused by your lack of concern or initiative? When you expressed a desire to help, how did they receive it? Are there other needs that we could meet? I'm sure there are. In Matthew 11:28 says, come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Oh, Marty said, I will go through another 40 days and another and another until I have this ingrained in my heart. It's the love dare. It's not to be taken lightly. It's only for the very brave souls. So we got our one day, our soul just opened up, and the love dare out of the way. I was running late. I had a busy day today. It was just so many buses all over town. Goodness gracious. And then I still had to walk a long way. All right. Just because the doctor 3 blocks away couldn't do exactly what the one over there did. Stupid ignorance. Lesson 23. In A Course in Miracles. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. The idea for today contains the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. But this way cannot fail. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. It is with your thoughts, then, that we must work, if your perception of the world is to be changed. If the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, oh my gosh, I hope EEA listens to this. Lord have mercy. You must learn that it is these thoughts you do not want. It's all about perspective. The world is not coming to a complete end. There is no grid. Quit saying all of that stuff. It's because that's where they're focused and that's where their thinking is. So they are manifesting this stuff. And I cannot scream loud enough. It makes my freaking head hurt. Trying to tell these people to use their words so wisely. They don't understand that. There is no point in lamenting the world. There's no point in trying to change the world. Oh, I know, because it's exhausting. Everybody's on different pages. It's incapable of change because it's merely an effect. But there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. Here you are changing the cause. The effect would change automatically. The world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. Each of your perceptions of external reality is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. One can well ask if this can be called seeing. Is not fantasy a better word for such a process? And hallucination? Oh, why'd that hide that? Oh, because you said a cuss word. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. We allow cuss words here. We do. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. There's so much going on right now. I almost lost my daughter just recently. My kid, my son, my child, whatever. It's all just hallucination. Is not fantasy a better word for such a process? And a hallucination for a more appropriate term for the result. I send you my love and light, Dana, for you and yours, your family, and you have a beautiful day. You see the world you've made, but you do not see yourself as the image maker. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. This is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause is gone? Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your images and so transform them so that you will love them, even though they were made of hate, for you will not be making them alone. My goal is to find out what's going on and heal this mess. And Lord, I don't really want to know what the cause of all of it is because it's a freaking shocker. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are not trapped in the world you see because its cause can be changed. This change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go. Perfect cause. The cause is identified. That's how I have to heal it. I have to find out the cause. I have to get to the source and the root of all the suffering and pain. This change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go so it can be replaced. Healed is my way to look at it. The first two steps in this process require your cooperation. The final one does not. Your images have already been replaced. By taking the first two steps, you will see that this is so. Besides using it throughout the day, as the need arises, 5 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself at first. Then close your eyes and devote about a minute to searching your mind for as many attack thoughts as occur to you, as each one crosses your mind today. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about, I'll say, for my example, the military right now. That's who I'm going, thinking about all this craziness. I'm going to use that right now. That's my example. Hold each attack thought in your mind as you say this, and then dismiss that thought and go on to the next. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and being attacked. Their effects are exactly the same because they are exactly the same. You do not recognize this as yet, and you are asked at this time only to treat them as the same in today's practice periods. We are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. When you finally learn that the thoughts of attack and of being attacked are not different, you will be ready to let the cause go. So that's a good one. Talking about attack, because boy, they were sure attacking people in there. Yes, they just were in Twitter. Lord have mercy. I want to add, I got my CBD today. I got to make it tomorrow. I'm too tired to mess with that right now. Here it is. They got the new disclaimer, this huge notice to law enforcement authorities. This package does not contain marijuana. It's hemp. And the USPS legally may not seize this package. This package contains federally legal hemp-based products. On December 20th, 2018, the president signed into law the Agriculture Improvement Act of 2018, the Farm Bill. The Farm Bill specifically permits the interstate commerce and transportation of hemp and hemp-based products. It was never even really criminalized. Oh, well. Oh, it's not, but what this is really helping people, though. It really is. You'll have to shoot me your email and I'll write it down and then you can retract it out of there. Yes, I would love to talk to you about this. I definitely would. Yes, there's still cannabinoids in here. This comes with, it's got low from cannabis. Well, how is that helping so much? How is this really helping people, though? I gotta read more about this, too. Like this one, have you really? Wow. That's good to know. Because I'm about to do an order from the Attitude Seed Bank. Yes, I sure am. So, okay. Awesome. I really, really need your email then. Or email me. I would love to talk about this. I sure the heck would. My email is freeflow4love@gmail. Same as my thing. Ooh, all right. Cleans the soil. All right. Great. I would love to. This says cannabis. Confident cannabis. All rights reserved. Because they give you the report of everything in it. Yes. I bet you are a trip. Me too. We can be healers together. All right, look at that. And for your protection, they automatically hide that information. So I'll write it down. And now you can retract it. I wrote it down. Then it'll disappear and not everybody will have it. For your protection. For your protection. So yes, I don't know. Then there's something magical in here. Maybe it's just our prayers. Maybe it's just our prayers. Because it's really helping so many people with pain and anxiety. I smoke the hell out of this stuff. I ain't even joking. I just got some new CBG. Is this? It's called OJ. OJ CBG. Oh yeah, so is mine too. So is mine. Yes. CBG. Yes, this says OG CBG. And it's got absolutely lowest total cannabinoids analyzed. I mean, it's got the whole freaking thing. I haven't sent this stuff we make off to the lab. Got some mothership number 2. And what is this one I got? Because I got a nice amount of that. I got to figure out which one it is. I really want to talk about. Yes, yes. Oh, for sleep. Okay, great. I would really love to unite this information because soil guy, you see what I got glowing back there? Glowing and growing. Yes, I would love to unite lots of wisdom and knowledge. I've got some beautiful, beautiful seeds from Attitude Seed Bank already. Yeah. So I am a grower too. And I like working with all natural organic stuff. This is how I found them through looking for organic companies. And so we started making CBD with it, but I want to have like the best quality of everything. So yes, I'm going to come tomorrow, I think, and talk about diatomaceous earth. This stuff is very important for heavy metals. Detail. See, and look at that. I've noticed all of the lovely stuff. You do? You eat this? Yes. Oh, hallelujah. I'm so glad. So maybe we should think of a time that'll work that we could be here together, because if I need people who are also taking it. I just started doing it on an empty stomach. I've been doing it all week in my vegan shakes. Yeah, I put it on the plants that we brought indoors. I sure did. I sprinkled it. You have to be careful not to inhale it, it says. But I just found a thing on a bunch of illnesses. Like my mom has kidney stones, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna help so many, and I want to do like a whole talk. No, I'm just doing it to flush out first. I really have been thinking about doing combo again. I have some, but usually when you do combo, you have somebody to babysit you and hold your puke bucket and walk you to the bathroom because yes, yes, absolutely, to correct it. Yes. And then use probiotics. Good, good, good. Yes, yes. It's to get all that stuff out of there at first. At first, you might need more. Do it on an empty stomach. And then after a month, then you can do less and less. Absolutely. Yes, yes. But originally, to get the gut clear, I wasn't even doing that. No, you're all right. And then you're absolutely all right. We like this information. Anyway, the combo I did, KAMBO, which is Amazonian tree frog poison, and that'll detox your gut like you ain't never had your gut detoxed. It's coming out both ends. Projectile detox cleanser. But the very important thing is, once you do that stuff, quit putting all of that stuff back into your body, right? So the little times that I've gone back and not done everything, it messes me up again. So now I have stuff, and after I did that combo, you wouldn't even believe how bad my face broke out afterwards from pushing all of that stuff out of your skin. My face broke out so bad. I was breaking out and having all kinds of stuff going on because you're forcing that stuff. Yes, yes, exactly. At 40 paces, yes. Yes, yes. All right, so I think I should come back tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to research some more, but I'm going to read my findings on diatomaceous earth and lots of illnesses caused by heavy metals and even substances, foreign substances that our body tries to reject. So I try to, as any great healer and psychologist would do, you keep your clients' information personal until they want to talk about it. So we're going to talk about the wide variety of contaminants that get in our body and how we can get them out and heal them. Heal thy gut. We already talked about a little while back. 20 foods that heal. Great cancer preventing things that were in there. It's titled Superfoods That Heal or something. So I had a long day. I'm going to go rest. Take it easy. Avoid Twitter. Send an email. And make some more divine connections. This will be awesome. So you guys have a blessed and beautiful night. Enjoy the rest of your birthday, Dana. And everybody have a beautiful night. And make sure everybody get their rest and let the answers come to you. It'll come to you. We don't have to exhaust ourselves searching. I love you all so much. I send everybody my beautiful love and healing light all over the world. And I'm super stoked to connect some more information. I'm going to shoot your email right now so I don't forget. Have a beautiful night, everyone.